is gold just a shiny rock? So I was gonna come in here guns a blazing and say it's not even shiny, but actually is kind of shiny in its natural state as a gold nugget. So I'll give that to you guys that are saying that. Um, but if you just say gold's a shiny rock and then you stop talking, that's really not the whole story. And to take a an asset class that's owned by billions of people over thousands of years and to distill it down to just a two-word statement, it's kind of being disingenuous, because there is actually much more monetary history and scientific knowledge to understand gold and to know why it is treated in a special way that's different than most other things. And so I would ask the question to anybody that's saying something like that: is it possible that you have your own agenda that you're pushing, and that's why you're saying that? Like perhaps that person that's telling you gold is a shiny rock owns a different asset that they want you to own, and to get rid of the asset that they don't own. Maybe that might be the case. And I would say the same for anything. It's not just gold. I mean, I would say the same if somebody were to just tell me Bitcoin is, a scam, or stocks just are a scam, or whatever. I would tell them that there's these topics are more complex than that, and that you have to look a little bit deeper, and that it just doesn't make sense to be so dismissive of something that so many people own. So let's take a look at gold. So gold is more than just a rock. It's a little bit difficult to classify because it's also classified as in addition to a mineral, it's also classified as a metal and an element. So it's number 79 on the periodic table. It's got a very unique, distinct set of characteristics that differentiate it from other elements. And the most obvious one is the color. It looks different than the other elements. But there are other reasons as well that it's different, including its density, mass, weight, inert qualities to oxygen, all of the things that make gold different than other things. So it's more than just a shiny rock, and especially when you take into consideration the monetary history of gold over different cultures, different civilizations, different ages. It's definitely something that has been very important to humanity for a very long period of time. So please think about that when somebody is talking about gold, or they're talking about anything else, whether even if they're talking about it in a positive way. If someone were to tell you, if I were to tell you, hey, you know what, you should just buy gold and nothing else, that's the only thing you should own, then you should just unsubscribe to my channel and stop listening to me. And likewise, if I were to tell you you should own Bitcoin and nothing else, I know with 100% certainty that Bitcoin's going to the moon and we're all going to get rich, you should also stop listening to me immediately. Or anyone else that's telling you that, because they definitely don't know. Nobody can predict the future. And, there's this thing called temporal exceptionalism, where we all think that the time that we're living is so much more important than the other times that have existed in history. And I learned that term from Royce Bogg, actually, someone who I look up to. But the truth is that, every time has its challenges. And so far, all these times you've been able to get through pretty well monetarily if you own gold. So that's a lot more than just owning like a pet rock or something that's has no use cases. So I would just keep that in mind and really question when people are telling you something, and think wisely about your investments. Something to think about.